see the black of the hornfowls on the crack. On a fresh crack, you'll see the black of the hornfowls. But it's so old that the patina has grown into the crack and completely covered up the black color. So this shows us how old this carving is. So we're dealing with probably 50 to 100,000 years old that this carving is. So these are the kind of indicators that we have to use when you deal with this kind of evidence, because you can't follow the normal archaeological routes. They just don't have the tools to do that. But this, my friends, is by far the most important discovery, I believe. If you look at the circular, you can see the whole Adam's calendar is a circular structure, north-south. But the first thing that you notice is that it's not at 12 o'clock. It's not true north. It's slightly left of center. So Johan Heine and I had it measured, and we found out that there's a 3 degrees, 17 minutes, and 42-second deviation anti-clockwise. Now, that's not possible, because we're not dealing with magnetic north. We're dealing with true north. And at first, we thought that this had something to do with the precessional wobble. So I spent a lot of months trying to analyze and speak to experts in precessional counting and all that. And I realized, hold on, I'm barking up the wrong tree. This is true north. Wherever you are in the precessional wobble, true north stays at true north, right? So what's going on here? This is 3¼ degrees deviation. I believe that the man that holds all the information is Charles Hapgood, who's been trying to teach us about crustal displacement and crustal shift. I believe that Adam's calendar is a real geophysical example that crustal shift displacement did happen, because these guys did not make mistakes. They would not have accidentally built a 3¼ degrees out of alignment. It's not going to happen. So we know that crustal displacement happened, we just don't know when. But here we have physical, geophysical evidence that it did occur. And then obviously the Orion connection. You can't get away from the Orion connection. All ancient cultures do it. I've mentioned it already, those three. There's your Horus stone, and look at that distinctly carved rock there. Those three, if you lift them up, they align precisely with the rise of Orion's belt when it was flat on the horizon. I've had 2 separate calculations done by 2 separate astronomers. Both of those will be wrong, because none of them took into account that 3¼ degree misalignment. So, but it just shows you that their calculations are really, really old. That's really interesting. I didn't cross-examine on them. And just to show you this beautiful Horus stone, I discovered that one morning when I went there with another guy very, very early when I started doing this exploration. And that stone was covered by soil. So we couldn't see. I didn't know that it was actually a Horus or a bird-shaped stone. But then when I moved the soil away from about there, suddenly this beautiful head and nose appeared. It doesn't look like much from here, but there's nothing to stand on to take photographs. You know, if I take